Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I have decided to post videos about things that interest me, and today I'll be starting off with astrology. I just want to preface this video by saying that I was never interested in astrology or spirituality or anything of that sort, but I guess life had some different path decided for me, and I got indulged in this stream or science, whatever you want to call that. So I thought, why not make some videos and share my inputs on it? And today I'll be talking about the various, not various, but rather just two conjunctions, moon, Rahu, and moon, Ketu. I know a lot of people are extremely fascinated by this conjunction because it is very notorious. It can cause you a lot of pain or it can give you a lot of things. It depends on the dignity of your chart and the overall chart in itself. So don't take my comments or my statements in its absolute form. There's a lot of due diligence that needs to be done, which starts off with understanding the chart itself. So without any further ado, let's get started, and I'll pick moon rahu first. So, my introduction with this conjunction has been through some life experiences. I do not have it in my chart, but I know a lot of people who have it, and I have seen a pattern which is very common in all of them. To be very, very frank with you, the number one thing that I see with this conjunction, and if it is very tightly knit in your chart, is that the person would have a huge amount of imagination. It could be creative imagination, it could be, I mean, it's sure it's a very imaginative person. When I think of moon rahu, I think of a person who can imagine a lot of things in their heads. Even if it is impossible to achieve in this lifetime, they will be able to imagine it. And I think a lot of the reason why people say that these people, moon rahu, tend to be more famous or able to make a lot of money is because they're able to imagine. And when you meet the universe at your audacity, it gives it, and it delivers, and it helps you manifest also. So I think that's one of the reason that these people are imaginative, and which segues into the other understanding is that these people are very famous. They can get very famous among friends or relatives or at workplace. They will be famous for one thing or the other. This conjunction will never let you sit in quiet, will never let you be in your zone. You would like to attract people through your eccentricities or through your knowledge, whatever the case may be, depends on the kind of chart that you carry. But that's one thing that I have seen in this conjunction. There's also a chance of getting cheated on by either by your mother or depends on which house it is in. But since moon and rahu closely represent an obsessive mother, the cheating can come from her or an obsession come from her. Also, the person who has this chart would be very much interested in being the center of gravity in their mother's life. If their mother is not obsessed with them, they even will think twice, like, is everything right or not? That's what I've seen a lot of time with this conjunction, is that their mothers are always obsessed with their kids if their kid have that conjunction. The other thing that I'm seeing with this is that, now take this with a grain of salt, but these people can either get cheated on or can cheat. And the reason is just not thrill, but the idea that they are always so dissatisfied in their current surroundings, in their current state of mind, that they always think the grass is greener on the other side. Or they may be having an habit of sabotaging their relationships. So that's one thing that I find with this conjunction, is that they are extremely interested in infidelity or get cheated on. Like one way or the other, they would manifest it for themselves. So watch out if you are looking or seeing someone with this conjunction. And I'm again saying, don't take my comments in its very absolute form. Of course, a whole chart needs to be studied, but I'm always little two steps ahead with these kind of people, because I find them very difficult to deal with at times. Apart from that, I think that these people, if they do not channel their imagination in a better form or in a better way, they can drive themselves crazy. They're also very easy to manipulate if you know how to manipulate them. And if these conjunctions are happening in third house or 11th house, chances are that you can get cheated by your friends, or there could be some kind of a scene with your neighbors or your friends or your college friends or school friends or your work colleagues. One beautiful thing about this conjunction is that you can end up inheriting a lot of money or getting a lot of money, depending on which house it is sitting on or sitting in. But this can really lead you towards earning a lot of money if you have it in this lifetime. And if you're running that kind of dasha, I think that would be really, really helpful. I guess that's all I'm able to think of right now. And yeah, on the parting note, I feel that you guys can get addicted to cigarettes or alcohol. So be very cautious of that, and use your heart more than your head. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the spicy twist is that you guys can also be extremely sexually deviant if you are not channeling your energy in the right way. You can get addicted to the lusty nature, so to speak. So I guess that's all on the moon, Rahu. I need to jump into the other section, which is moon-ketu. Now, this conjunction in a lot of scripts has been said that it's a very beautiful conjunction and it's very peaceful conjunction. And I may or may not fully agree with it, because this conjunction can also give you a lot of problems, can also drive you crazy, can also make you a sexual deviant person. So we'll get into all of this now. So with comparing to moon Rahu, moon Ketu is complete 180-degree flip from the nature of moon Rahu, where moon Rahu is more in towards attracting a lot of people towards them. Moon Ketu are those people who would rather have nobody near them. They like their own company. They like to chill by themselves. They can be their gut feeling is very, very strong. And I'll tell you the reason behind that as well. So when you sit a lot in nature, or when you're just sitting by yourself, you start looking at nature in a very different way, and nature is always speaking to you. It could be, just imagine yourself sitting near a beach and just looking at the waves. Even there, you would find some answers to your biggest problems. So I think with Moon Ketu, the reason why people always say that these people have a lot of understanding behind the supernatural or paranormal, or having a very strong gut feeling, is because of this nature only, which is Moon Ketu. I also feel Moon Rahu also have a good gut feeling, but not as par with compared to Moon Ketu. The other thing I feel with this conjunction is that these people tend to be, they can cut you off on a very random day. If you have said something that hurt them or made them feel extremely sad, or you betrayed them, because these people reach out to you with a lot of innocence, and if that innocence is not reciprocated, they can cut you off like you are a nobody. And that's very surprising and very chilling at times, and since they have this nature of cutting off people just like that, they can end up hurting them physically, mentally, whatever way or channel it may be, because they don't feel that kind of love for that person anymore, if that makes sense. If their Jupiter is not strong, I feel that these people can cut you off in a very painful way, in a very hurtful way. Also, with this, the native's mother goes through a lot of challenges of their own. It could be medical challenges, it could be marital challenges, the mother could be a single parent as well. And as compared to Moon Rahu, I have a little bit of inclination and biasness towards Moon Ketu people, because when you meet them in their essence, and if their Jupiter is very strong, they're very innocent people. They're very naive. They see the world with rose tinted glasses, and they believe in the goodness of people, and they tend to give people a lot of chance to prove themselves or be of good use. Also, with this conjunction, even if the native have a lot of money, they would never brag it in your face or flaunt it as much as the moon Rahu person might end up doing sometimes. Also, of course, mental health can be affected with this conjunction, so meditation really helps. So if you're someone who has this conjunction, try to meditate, try to center your thoughts, because thoughts is something that's not in your control. With meditation, you try to distance yourself from those thoughts and just see them in the very third person view. So for both the conjunction, I feel like you should definitely sit with yourself and try to meditate as much as possible. And what else with this conjunction? I don't have a script at hand, so I'm just speaking all from my mind right now. So I'm just thinking what else I've missed. With the moon Ketu people, I feel they like tranquility, they like peaceful nature, they like to chill by themselves. So if you're someone who's always obnoxious, who want people around them like Moon Rahu, I think Moon Ketu would be the least interesting person for your entertainment or for your friendship. But one surprising thing which I feel with this conjunction, both of them, is that the other one completes the other one. Like they, if these two people come together in form of friendship, or if they become couple, and if they're able to balance their differences, I feel that they will be able to complete themselves in such a way that it will. There's no other conjunction like that that completes the moon Rahul, the moon Ketu together. So I genuinely feel that both of these conjunctions are extremely nice, and they're very good. So, and of course, challenging. So, I guess that was all on the Moon Rahu and Moon Ketu conjunction. I will come up with some other different topic the next time around, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by.